what happens when you turn up to a 50-lap race here at Teamsport Coventry with a couple of people that you know expecting a nice, quiet race, but most of the people that turn up end up being members, with only 2 non-members in the race, and given the worst kart in the fleet, as I always do, the equation is absolute chaos. So sit back and get ready for the absolute best 50-lap Republic session race you're ever going to watch. Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video where today you see us at Teamsport Coventry for the first time in about a year and a half, I believe it's been since we're last here. But anyway, we are here, well we're meant to be here for a public 50-lap race with Driving Forward and Supercop Blondie. Driving Forward brought a couple of friends with him as well, but I think what's happened is it's caught wind that I've joined onto this public session. And as you can see down the left hand side, a lot of members have turned up as well, and I believe they also cancelled the members race the next day, as the 50-lap race happens on the Wednesday and Thursday nights, usually the members nights. Anyway, we get to a Kart 14 here, as it ends up being possibly the worst kart of the fleet, as once again the karting gods are gifting me with another terrible kart. As we're going to see here, when everyone starts leaving, we get the old the classic, make sure that you're acknowledging the marshals, but so yeah, kart's cut out, basically the same as what happened at Leeds. So yeah, not starting off the night with a great kart, but as you'll see here, we're starting in 13th for the race out of a 16 kart grid. So as we line up then towards the back, the lights are coming on as we get ready. Our lights go out and away we go as we try now to and climb up the ladder as many positions as we can make off the start, as the gap down the right hand side opens up for us to go into 12th, and that's exactly what we need to do. We need to sort of use our IQ, almost get pushed out there but luckily managed to save it. We need to use our IQ here to try and manoeuvre our way past these karts. At this point in time I don't really realise how bad my car is, but we will find out later on how bad it is. We come to the first of the hairpins there down the bottom. We managed to make another position there, so that's the 11th position. They're going to try and fight it back. We're going to stick around the outside, which means going to be on the inside for the next corner coming up. And once again, because there's like 2 tram lines coming in, it actually opens up this inside line, which is where we need to be. So we make it up to 9th there, past Hannah. Another car on the left hand side there, we make it past them as well, into 8th. So that's 5 positions made up off the start. And that's like I keep saying, you need that race IQ to find out. You need to be patient as well as making the positions where and when you can. Getting pushed from behind there, as at this point I'm starting to realise maybe my car ain't the best. We're coming down the ramp then for the second time of the night. As we come into the 2 hairpins, we're going to catch right up as the kart head does get a little bit oversteery and a bit slidey out of the corner. Right here is one of the giveaways that my car ain't the best, as all the kart's head just seem to absolutely storm off. Say coming round the back straight and up the ramp for the second time, as we still in 8th position then after lap 2, which is what we like to see, as there's a bit of a gaggle of karts coming up and everyone's going to start tripping up each other. Once again, this is where we need to be patient as well as trying to find the gap to try and get through. On the left hand side there, Barry manages to keep head there, but I say if he was overtaken I'd have been on the inside as well and probably would have made another move up as well. Coming to the hairpins then, as we have got a slower car in front of this little train, so we need to stick behind them and try and take the positions where we can. If they try and move ahead and it doesn't work out, maybe we can capitalise on that. But I'd say the minute we're sort of staying as we are, the race is starting to smooth out a little bit now. I'm looking behind, making sure no one's trying to attack. As we come into lap 4 then, as a kart 10 is going to get the move on SB Racing. SB Racing there tries to move out, pushes me out wide, which almost, put me into an attack. But luckily I managed to keep 8th position, keep on the inside there, try and keep defensive. As we skip to lap 5 then, as SB Racing is going to try and move on kart 9, is going to get it done. That also means he's going to open up the inside for me to move through, and that's 2 positions made up. That is now 6th position at 16th, from 13th to 6th in the 5 laps. Like I say, don't call me the comeback kid for no reason. But SB Racing there manages the inside at the bottom of the hairpin, but luckily do manage to keep it. Thought he was going to try to switch back there, but luckily he doesn't quite get it. Use the inside of the track then to make sure he's not going to go for a dive at that corner, as that's a very unique place to take a dive. Coming in to lap 6 then, unfortunately I'm just going to leave the door ever so slightly open for SB Racing to actually fire his way through. Does manage to get through and say, I can't really say anything bad about that one. That's a solid move. I don't know what he's tapping the back of his head for. If anyone could comment that, I'm guessing it's, you know, just don't do any silly moves, just follow the train, you know, as you do. I've never seen it before, so yeah, does know what he's saying there. Please leave it in the comments. As we come to lap 11 then, Hannah's just going to try and barge her way through, but unfortunately does not quite get alongside enough. But if we watch from her view then, starting from the 2 hairpins, as you can see here, I get a bit of a poor exit, but you can see how much her kart can really catch up to mine. She sees the gap there, she does try and take it. Probably was alongside enough, but unfortunately I just didn't see it to you know, justify giving the position there. To fair, it just came out of nowhere, I didn't really see it. Unfortunately she doesn't get the move done as we're on lap 15 here then. We are going to try and start playing a bit more defensive, as we've got a couple of other quicker guys behind us coming in to the 2 hairpins. See the kart really jumping as well. That's another thing as well. The kart really did not like them 2 hairpins at all. It really jumped, just using the inside line there pretty much just to try and, you know, deter anyone from trying to move like Hannah did. But I'm on the inside, or trying the middle of the line here now, as we are going really defensive. You can see on the right hand side there we've got a kart coming to lap 16, and once again on the left hand side we're slightly going down to 8th. We are going to keep 7th for now with this inside line, and once again we're going to keep it right on the inside to try and really stay defensive. And as we come down the ramp, yeah, unfortunately they do manage to barge their way through. Marshall doesn't see it, but if we do watch the replay here, I'm not really happy with this move. As we make the turn then, but yeah, unfortunately you just see the gap is just not big enough for a kart to go in. And like I say, they just push their way through. Unfortunately it pushes me right to the outside. The Marshall doesn't see it. I lose 3 positions. I say there's nothing I can do about it. They did say at the start of the race that penalties will be applied if it needs to be. Unfortunately, it looks like no one saw it, so they managed to get away with that one. And yeah, unfortunately, it's 3 positions down. We are now into 10th position from 6th, so, or 7th, should I say? So, bit of an unlucky one. Lap 17, we are going to try and stick with them as much as we can. Fortunately, as we get to the top of here, you're going to see how bad the car just does not want to go. Just look how far they get down the road. I just can't do anything about it. Come to lap 22 then, come into this bit. Once again, Dom is also going to try and move, but he actually gets it done a bit more, but he lets me pass for some reason. He didn't really need to let me pass. I thought it was a perfectly fine enough move. If we do watch the replay from driving forward's perspective, coming back to the double hairpins here. See, I've got a little gap there coming at the exit of the second hairpin, but he really closes up. You just see how much bad my car is. So he goes on the inside. He was perfectly fine long enough. He just pushed me out a little bit, but you know, I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I gave him the little Alonso finger just as a joke. I wasn't being serious on that one. Coming into lap 26 then, you'll see Hannah's there. She spanned the kart round, but we'll find out what happens in a second. As we'll see, it's yellow flags. I'm going to see Hannah in front actually overtake the kart there. And I'm not going to get overtaken there as well in the yellows. Now, they're here to say he was lapping me, but again, under yellows, I mean, it's not really meant to be allowed. We've watched Supercar Bondi's replay here. Coming to the first corner then, yeah, she just gets completely taken out. That's probably why she overtook that car under the yellows, just to get the position back. Yeah, that was not the greatest of moves at all. Classic Coventry, as I like to say. Coming to lap 31 then, we're going to get Kart on our right hand side here, who's also lapping me as well. So that's now 2 karts that have lapped me, but so they just seem to get it done pretty easily. Say a bit of an attack there from the right hand side, and that's pretty much the rest of the race. I've got James and driving forward behind me, but really tried to get past, try and get the way past. Come to lap 34 then, we're going to come up to a lapped kart, so we are actually going to do a lap in. Say coming down to the bottom 2 hairpins, where they're going to get very wide at the first hairpin and say nicely get the move done, as I didn't really want to get stuck behind them for very long with the kart performance that I've got. Coming to lap 38 then, we're right behind Hannah. Unfortunately, wasn't feeling too well at this point, so she does retire her kart, which does promote us up into 9th then, so we are back inside the top 10. And pretty much towards the end of the race here, the last few laps, I'll say it's just me ahead of James and driving forwards. We're going to watch driving forwards perspective here, just to see what I'm doing here to defend. I'm just trying to put my car in the exact right places, so the last few laps I know exactly where they'll be attacking from, where they won't be attacking from. So my kart's top speed doesn't seem to be a problem at all. It's just the acceleration, especially coming out of this bottom hairpin. As you can see, I'll get a little gap, but then come the next corner, driving forward, just really caught up. So I have to go in the middle just to protect the position. But I'll say here, kart seems to get away fine. I know they won't attack there, but it's just coming off this first hairpin. I know they might attack at this corner here. And like I say, I know I'll be fine here as long as I keep it nice and tight, which is what I do. Keep it nice and tight there, get a little nice budges from Dom, who's trying to give me the hurry up. And like I say, it's just trying to keep the car in a position where I can, where I know they're not going to attack. Coming to the first hairpin then, Dom is going to get a bit too aggressive on the brakes, does lock up, and it does let James back through. We are going to get to the penultimate lap then, coming up to lap 49, remember we were lapped, so we're not going to do the full 50 laps. But say, coming up to the penultimate lap then, I didn't really want to take any chances at this point. So my idea here is just defend. I know I've got James and Dom behind me, so I'm just going to stick to the middle in pretty much every corner just to make sure that they are not going to make their way past. I fought too hard for this 9th position. Started in 13th, say did get up to 6th at 1.4, pretty much been taken out. And say we're currently in 9th. We've got a few more corners to try and defend this 9th position. Like I said, just really going to the middle there, making sure they cannot put their car where they can overtake me. And like I said, the yellows luckily come out, so they can't really overtake anyway. And there's the checkered flag, and that is us in 9th position. So a very good race indeed for a public 50 lap race. I think that's got to be one of the quickest, one of the best ones that I've ever been on. Possibly in the whole of team sport, who knows. But yeah, thank you very much for watching YouTube. Thank you very much for watching this race. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, let me know what if you want me to do more 50 lap races, and I'll see you in the next one.
I think I'm tired of the back of your suit now.
Mate, what's it with me getting really fast car?